In this tutorial, I will cover how to create a category and how to set your columns up to where they match the categories. So the first thing you're going to want to do to create your categories is determine how you want to set your grades up. Once you have that, then you'll know which categories to create. So if I need to create a category, I'm going to hover over Manage and I'm going to go to Categories. I'm going to look to see what categories are already listed. So if you look, you'll notice there's actually some categories that don't have the down arrow and they don't have the checkbox next to them. That's because those are automatically created by Blackboard. You won't be able to delete those from the categories area. But you'll notice for this final exam, participation, and quizzes, those have a drop down. And since they actually have something assigned to them, I won't be able to delete them at this point. But for the final exam, because I don't have anything assigned to that category, I actually do have the checkbox, and I can delete it, or I can click on my down arrow and it gives me the option to delete. If you do need to delete these categories, the first thing you would do is actually change the columns that are associated with that. So I would have to go into the participation column and set it to a different category, and then I would be able to delete it. So if I need to create a category, I'm just going to click the Create Category button. And say I want to do a midterm exam category. So I'm just going to name it Midterm Exam, and then I'm going to click Submit. And again, you'll notice now I have the checkbox and I have the option to delete if I need to. So once I have created all of my categories, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the Full Grade Center, and I can click on it through the breadcrumb trail up here, or I can go back down to my Grade Center. If I click on Grade Center, it gives me the option to click Full Grade Center, or I can also click the arrow that's pointing to the right. Once I'm back in my Full Grade Center, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover over Manage, and I'm going to go to Column Organization. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to look to see what my categories are. So if I need to change this Chapter 1 review, right now it's listed as a test, and since this is actually an assignment, what I would do is I would check the box next to the Chapter 1 review. I'm going to hover over Change Category To, and I'm actually going to click on Assignment. And so now that that's changed, that's going to calculate correctly within my column, my actual calculated column, whether it's a weighted total or a total. So once I have assigned the categories to the correct columns, then I'm just going to go ahead and click Submit. And that's all you would do to create your categories and to set your columns correctly to the correct categories.